So there's been so much interest and chatter around short-term rentals here in Las Vegas. And so today on this little show, I've got somebody that I consider to be the short-term whisperer, if you will, short-term guru. This is Trevor Celso. Trevor owns and operates short-term rentals in multiple states. And you are somewhat of an expert here in Las Vegas on these short-term rentals. And so I thought we'd ask you the question. Is this still a good investment? Is this something that's saturated? Has it run its course? Or is there still a lot of opportunity?
I hear that word saturation a lot. And let me ask you, is real estate agency saturated?
Okay, good, fair.
Then if it is, does it mean that there's no opportunity?
Right. Okay.
So there's always opportunity for good operators, for sure. I would say, though, that the level of competition has certainly increased a lot. So now you actually have to do things to stand out rather than just slap any old house up on Airbnb.
Okay, all right, so fair. So you work with a lot of operators and you operate them yourselves. What do you see typically are like some of the big major mistakes that operators, both novice and experienced, what kind of roadblocks they run into?
Well, the biggest novice mistake I think I see is that their research is inadequate at the start. And usually what most people do to research how much money they can make on an Airbnb is they just go on Airbnb and look at the prices of the properties that are available for rent. But the problem is they're available for rent. No one's booking at those prices you're seeing. And then they use that to, they conflate that with how much money they can make. And that's where the first problem begins.
Okay.
Secondly, they don't take the backyard seriously. That's where you make your money in most markets,
Okay.
right? And thirdly, like a lot of people really they have this mindset that they need to get something cheap and furnish it as cheaply as possible in order to maximize your ROI. And they don't understand that like your guests are going to notice that you went the cheap route.
Let me ask you this. I'm interested in operating a short-term rental here in Las Vegas, right? What do I need to know?
It is nearly impossible to get a license.
Okay.
It's there's a lot of hostility towards short-term rentals in this town.
We're
right
a hotel
now.
town, right?
Yeah,
For sure.
There's this lawsuit going on, and they're kind of in the middle of it. It's not clear what ruling the judge is going to issue, so you're kind of in this legal limbo environment where you don't even know if you're going to be able to get a license or not, what the judge is going to say about the licensing scheme. The licensing scheme as is has no guarantees, like no, it's part of the lawsuit is they have no way of knowing if you can actually get a license once you apply.
That sounds kind of gloomy.
Yeah.
That sounds like there's a lot of obstacles there.
There are. I'm a little optimistic about the future because I am seeing a lot of case law pop up around the country that I think is going to have implications for the state of Nevada and Las Vegas in particular. There are positive movements, but the wheels of justice turn, painfully slow.
Oh my gosh. That sounds like a tagline to one of my trailers. Hey, what do you think about it overall?
I think that there's an incredible amount of opportunity in that type of real estate entrepreneurship right now, just because not everyone has found out how good the returns can be. I think those returns are going to normalize in the future when it just becomes more popular and more operators start popping up, more syndications start popping up, better management companies popping up. But right now there's just it's like we're at the JV level of that type of real estate entrepreneurship.
Okay.
And, maybe getting into varsity. And, because of that, there's just, I think there's a lot of really good return opportunities right now.
All right. I love that. And so, hey, let's wrap this up by looking at these two properties we want to check out today.
Let's go.
Thanks for watching, you guys. Listen, if this is your first time here, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.